Hello dear students, welcome to Dr. Ismail Medicine classes. In today's class, let us learn about emergency conditions and the drugs which are used in emergency conditions. Okay, so the first emergency condition is anaphylactic shock. Remember guys, anaphylactic shock is a very important and very dangerous condition. If it causes, immediate treatment should be planned to the patient. So anaphylactic shock is characterized by severe hypotension, so blood perfusion to the delicate tissues will be stopped, and it is also characterized by severe rashes all over the body and systemic inflammation. Inflammation is present in all the tissues, in blood vessels especially, that dilates blood vessels and causes hypotension. So anaphylactic shock is treated with three important drugs. The first one, injection adrenaline. Injection adrenaline is a very important life-saving drug as well as a dangerous drug. So injection adrenaline, 1:1000 ratio should be made, and this 1:1000 ratio adrenaline 0.3 to 0.5 ml should be given IM. Okay, so this is one important drug. And the next one, injection hydrocortisone 200 mg should be given IV or IM. Okay, and third one, injection diphenhydramine 50 to 100 mg should be given IM or IV. And if dose is necessary, injection hydrocortisone can be repeated every 6 hours 100 mg. Okay, so this is very important condition about anaphylactic shock. So the next emergency condition is adrenal crisis. So adrenal crisis is usually caused due to stoppage of chronic use of corticosteroids, and usually in adrenal crisis the adrenal hormones get stopped production. So this is a very emergency condition and immediately drug should be started. And in adrenal crisis, injection hydrocortisone 200 mg should be used, and along with injection hydrocortisone, IV saline with, it should be mixed with 5% glucose, and electrolyte balance as well as fluid balance is maintained in adrenal crisis. Okay, remember, in adrenal crisis injection hydrocortisone is given, and along with that fluid balance, electrolyte balance should be checked, and along with that saline and glucose should be maintained. So this is the emergency condition, and these are the emergency drugs used in adrenal crisis. Severe hypoglycemia. Remember guys, severe hypoglycemia is very dangerous when compared with the hyperglycemia. So hyperglycemia is not that much dangerous, but hypoglycemia is very dangerous condition, and hypoglycemia is usually caused due to overdose of insulin, or it may be due to prolonged starvations. So, okay, so these are two conditions which causes hypoglycemia, and hypoglycemia should be treated in two phases actually. So if the patient is conscious, we have to go with sugar candies or sugar juices or sugar moieties or anything. So immediately glucose water or sugar containing substances should be given. And if the patient is unconscious, you have to go with 50 ml 50% dextrose injection. Okay, so this is the emergency drug which is given in hypoglycemia. The next one is the tablet nitroglycerin. Nitroglycerin tablet is another important emergency drug. Actually, tablet nitroglycerin is usually given in emergency conditions like acute attack of angina. Anginal attack actually is a cardiovascular disease, and which may lead to myocardial infarction sometimes. Okay, so in anginal attack, tablet nitroglycerin should be given 0.5 mg in sublingual form. Actually, nitroglycerin is a short-acting drug and it is available in sublingual form. And if the pain relieves after some time, spit the tablet from the mouth. And if pain persists even after taking this tablet, repeat the dose 0.5 mg nitroglycerin after 5 minutes. And even repeating the second dose, if the pain persists, you have to think that patient may be having myocardial infarction. Prescribe him or give him aspirin tablet 325 mg and take opinion of cardiologist. One is diazepam. It is a benzodiazepine, and along with the diazepam we also have injection lorazepam, which is commonly used in the hospitals. So this diazepam and lorazepam are used in epilepsy actually. So there is a condition called severe seizures. So severe seizures may be due to epilepsy, or it may be induced due to drugs. So severe seizures conditions, injection diazepam 5 to 10 mg IV slowly is one drug, and injection lorazepam 0.1 mg per kg, and even this is given in IV slowly. So the next emergency condition is severe acute asthma. So severe acute asthma is also called status asthmaticus. So status asthmaticus is a condition with severe bronchoconstriction, and patient will have severe shortness of breath, and the shortness of breath will be persisted all the time. So this condition is called status asthmaticus. And remember, in status asthmaticus we have to prescribe, or we have to treat the patient with humidified oxygen by mask, should be given continuously, and along with this we have to give salbutamol 5 to 10 mg plus ipratropium bromide 0.5 mg. This should be mixed and it should be given in continuous nebulization. So this is another drug. And sometimes injection hydrocortisone, not sometimes, most of the time in status asthmaticus, injection hydrocortisone 200 mg should be given IV start dose, and it should be continued for every 6 hours 100 mg. Okay, so this is second drug. And to reduce the secondary related infections, we have to give amoxicillin capsule, okay, 500 mg. So status asthmaticus can be treated with salbutamol, ipratropium bromide, and it should be given with injection hydrocortisone, and along with that you have to prescribe amoxicillin. So this is the emergency condition treated with these drugs for status asthmaticus. So the next condition is tetany. So tetany is another emergency condition. Tetany is characterized by elevated neuronal excitability. Actually this is caused due to hypocalcemia. Actually the calcium levels are 9 to 11 mg per dl, the normal range, but tetany causes below 7.5 mg per dl if the calcium level is below 7.5 mg per dl. And this tetany is usually treated with injection 10 to 20 ml 10% calcium gluconate. Okay, remember, injection 10 to 20 ml 10% calcium gluconate should be injected slowly. So this is the drug of choice which is given in tetany condition. The next emergency condition is severe bleeding. Remember guys, severe bleeding is another emergency condition. So this severe bleeding, it may be caused due to any condition. So severe bleeding should be treated with, first thing, apply pressure at the site of bleeding and try to stop the blood, or apply ice packs at the site of bleeding. And to stop the bleeding, apply hemocoagulase solution with cotton swab at the site of bleeding condition, at the site of bleed. And also sometimes 0.1 ml soak the cotton in adrenaline solution and apply at the site of injection. And sometimes injection tranexamic acid is also used 500 mg at the site of bleeding. Okay, so these are the drugs which are used for severe bleeding conditions. Tranexamic acid or adrenaline solution should be soaked in cotton and placed at the site of bleed, and sometimes hemocoagulase solution also should be applied. So these are the three important pharmacotherapies which are used in bleeding condition. So the next condition is thyrotoxicosis. Actually thyrotoxicosis is a thyroid storm. It is a hyperthyroid condition. So thyrotoxicosis is usually characterized by tremors, tachycardia, and hypertension sometimes, and it is usually characterized with hyperthermia. So this thyroid storm or thyrotoxicosis is treated with three important drugs. Remember, in this emergency condition, actually propyl thiouracil tablet 150 to 300 mg is the drug of choice, and along with propyl thiouracil, propanolol, injection propanolol 0.5 to 2 mg should be given in IV form, and along with propanolol, injection hydrocortisone 100 mg, it should be given every 8 hours. So these are the three important drugs which is used for thyroid storm. And propanolol reduces the hyperactivity of heart. So remember this important point, because it also reduces tachycardia and hypertension in the thyroid storm or hyperthyroid patients. So propanolol is important drug in hyperthyroidism. So I want to tell some more emergency drugs in some conditions. Actually hypertensive crisis is another emergency condition, and in hypertensive crisis, injection nitroprusside 0.25 to 1.5 mcg per kg and this should be given IV infusion in 5% dextrose. So this is one important drug in hypertensive crisis, and along with that, or sometimes injection labetalol or labetalol drug, or hydralazine, injection hydralazine is also important drug in hypertensive crisis. Remember, sodium nitroprusside, hydralazine and labetalol are emergency drugs used in hypertension. So remember these three drugs. And next, allergic reactions. Anyways, we have seen in anaphylaxis, injection diphenhydramine is one emergency drug. And actually antiemetics, we have many drugs. If the patient has severe vomitings, in that condition injection or tablet ondansetron form is there, and the common dose is 8 mg per day. It should be taken orally or through IM or IV. And along with ondansetron, we also have tablet domperidone. So 10 to 20 mg should be taken through oral route, and it can be given 3 times a day. So domperidone and ondansetron are the two drugs which are given as antiemetics or given for nausea and vomiting. So remember these two drugs. And next condition is diarrhea. In severe diarrhea, in diarrheal conditions, actually loperamide 4 mg is commonly given. Actually in diarrhea we have to see the underlying cause. It may be due to infections or gastrointestinal infections, or it may be due to drug induced diarrhea. So we have to see the underlying cause, but to relieve the diarrheal episodes, loperamide 4 mg should be given as drug of choice in diarrhea. So these are some of the important emergency drugs and important conditions. If you like our video, please don't forget to like it, share to your friends, and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.